Hey guys, Xaryu here, and today I want to show you a spec that I was playing a little bit in 2v2, and I think it'll help you guys a lot in 2v2, but I think it'll also help you guys a lot in maybe a 1v1 situation, say you're dueling your friend, or doing some war games, or just, doing 2v2 and you want to do better in 2s. Recently did pretty well in 2s playing this spec, and I want to kind of show you guys the spec that I've been playing. I've been playing with a Holy Paladin, mainly, and I've been playing Bone Chilling and Mirror Images, so the rest of the specs are the same. I'll kind of go over it real quick with you guys. If you want, I'll bring it over here so my camera doesn't cover it. But here we have Bone Chilling, okay? This is going to be about 6% increased damage, because you should have that Frost stack up most of the game. I experimented a little with Ray of Frost. It didn't seem too great. Shimmer, but if you're fighting a rogue in 2s, I've actually been going Glacial Insulation. You could even go Ice Flows, basically getting your normal blink back instead of Shimmers to allow you to blink through stuns, which you'll see here in a clip that I'm about to show you. Mirror Images, so this is the weird one. So instead of Incanter's Flow, Mirror Images in a duel situation or in a 2v2 situation, we're dampening. Like in 2v2, dampening starts at 20% now. So if you mirror images right at the start of the game, 2 minutes later, dampening is going to be at what, 40%? Mirror images at 40% dampening just rip through people. They slow people, they do a ton of damage, and they just rip through people. And the thing is, the reason I didn't like them in the past is because mages were very much so about the coordination and the burst, right? So sheeping someone and then bursting. And mirror images don't really play into that. They break CC, they do damage to multiple targets. Say you mirror image on a rogue, but the rogue vanishes, and they start hitting the priest. It's like, it just doesn't feel that good as far as coordinated CC in like a 3v3 situation, or even coordinated CC as far as like rogue mage 2s would go. But if you're playing with a healer, say Resto Druid or a Holy Paladin, and you play mirror images into dampening in 2v2, it doesn't matter if they hit the priest, it doesn't matter if they hit the rogue, it doesn't matter what they're hitting. As long as they're hitting something, they're going to kill whatever's in their way because they just do a lot of damage. They got a couple buffs recently. It slows the target by 50 to 65%. It does, 40 seconds. They last 40 seconds with a 2-minute cooldown. That's, my math is not on point right now because I just woke up, but what is that, like a 35% uptime? That's crazy, guys. That's definitely pretty crazy. Anyway, so the normal spec, Ice Nova, Frigid Winds. Frigid Winds very important, keep them very slow. Arctic Gale, basically keep a Blizzard down the whole game, keep them slow. It's that Caltrops kind of. You just put that huge AoE down, you just can't move in it. And then Glacial Spike, usually in 2s, when you're playing with a healer. The only time I don't go Glacial is if I want to try to one-shot a healer, but I've been going Glacial almost every game in 2s. So yeah, this is the spec. My honor talents are about the same, guys. Change up, I'll just kind of have you glance at this. When I am going with Pet, I go Chilled to the Bone instead of Frostbite. So I guess I should have actually switched my talent. But, so with a Pet, you're going to have a Pet Nova, right? Normal Pet Nova and a normal Nova. So you have 2 Novas when you're playing with a Pet. So you don't need Frostbite. Frostbite's kind of overkill. It's going to DR your Novas to heck, right? You're never going to be able to do anything. Chilled to the Bone is much better. It's not a great talent, but it's going to make it so you do a little more damage. And then Deep Shatter sucks. Yeah, you don't want Deep Shatter in this situation at all. It's going to make you do a lot less damage. So go Chill to the Bone instead of Frostbite. So I guess I lied. Honor talents are not the same. I'm in a Netherwind Armor instead of Priest Cloak if there's nothing to actually blink or shimmer. This is pretty much the spec I've been playing, guys. I think it would be great in a duel situation. And great in 2v2 against non-casters. If you are playing versus a caster, I would honestly recommend just going back to the Lonely Winter and Incanter's Flow build. So this is very good against like melee, warriors, monks, demon hunters, DKs, like any type of melee class that you need to kite. This build will be great against. It'll give you an extra Nova, it'll give you high DPS, it'll give you many burst cooldowns with this Mirror Image, Icy Veins, Orb type of combo. Great spec for melee. Haven't really had too much success, or against a survival hunter would be great. Versus a marksman hunter would probably be bad. If you're fighting like a shadow priest or warlock, it's probably better to just go Incanter's Flow and Lonely Winter. But you could try it against anything you want. I've been having a lot of success with this, so let's hop into some games. So here we are, guys, in our first game. We're fighting a priest and a rogue. Normally we lose to this team every time if I'm playing normal spec. Something I wanted to point out specifically in this game, that I'm actually Glacial Insulation, which means I'm not Shimmer, which means I can blink stuns. So that's pretty cool. If you guys are fighting a rogue or something with a lot of stuns, probably just a sub rogue would be the only use case that I would actually use this in. You can actually go normal blink. So whenever the rogue stuns me, I can just blink away like this. Oh, I forgot. I was like, why am I not blinking? WTF. I dragged blink from my spellbook. So I actually had shimmer on my bars. I needed to drag blink to my bars. So I dragged blink to my action bars, and now we can actually start this game. That's a little funny. A little embarrassing too, but that's okay. So we're doing damage to the rogue, and I guess, and to the priest. But my point here, guys, is we fought this team a lot with Lonely Winter. It wasn't even close. These guys destroyed us. We fought him with this spec, and we won some games. We still lost some games as well when they were just training Paladin. But this was one of our wins, and we did much better with this spec. I also used this spec against an in-hand, destroyed them. Against a hunter, a survival hunter, destroyed them. Against a warrior, destroyed them. So this spec is actually making it possible to beat a lot of these classes that with Lonely Winter just weren't possible at all. And definitely this blink spec is very interesting, so whenever the rogue tries to stun me, I can just kill him. So here's the mirror images, guys. Dampening's at, what, 25% maybe right now, and mirror images just keep the guys slowed. They're just ripping through him. And they're up for 40 seconds, which is just an insane amount of uptime. So the goal here for me was to stack onto the priest as much as possible, keep a blizzard on the rogue and the priest as much as possible, and then just kind of cleave them both down, especially when dampening gets a lot higher. Not something I need to do, but it's just kind of the strategy that I think was the best. So instead of like sheeping and going for CC, I've been trying to like blizzard both of them, orb both of them, ice nova both of them. You get my point. I want to kill both of them at the same time. Every time I get stunned, I just kind of kite around my blizzard, blink around, because I can blink these stuns, which is very, very nice. I do have Glacial Spike for burst. I have Ebon Bolt for burst. I have so many burst options here. Basically my kill scenario is going to be when I have Icy Veins and I have Mirror Images up. That's like stupid, like unhealed. It's like an incarnation or something. It's stupid damage, especially as you get deeper and deeper into dampening. Once I pop Icy Veins and Mirror Images at, say, like 40, 50, 60% dampening, there's just no way. There's just no way you're gonna live. And that's kind of what I like about this spec. It's almost like it's not a good spec in threes. It's not good for coordinating burst. It's not good for actually getting, like landing very nice coordinated kills. But it's high DPS. It is good for kiting. It will allow you to, in dampening, just press big cooldowns, like Incarnation, I think is a great example. Big cooldowns that will just kill people, whereas you might have not had that otherwise. So here are my mirror images again. Mirror images, look at this, it's just slowing the rogue. I am doing some type of CC here on the priest, but as dampening gets, deeper and deeper, I'm going to really just stack on the priest and kill both of them. So the priest is at 50% mana right now. So the way I look at it is we're halfway to winning. Once that priest is zoomed, then it's going to be very hard to actually, heal through this, especially in dampening. So yeah, this is the spec. I want you guys to try this out because a lot of you guys down in the comments will ask me for, 2 spec or, what I play in 2s. I think right now I'm the highest rated mage in 2s. So this is literally what I've been playing is Holy Pally Frost Mage with this spec against a lot of these melee classes. Here I have Icy Veins available, Icy Veins and Orb. It's time to go to town to get the Rogue Cloak, so I just start hitting the Priest. Sitting in my Blizzard, sitting in my Orb. This is just phenomenal. Get that spike off. Look at this. Priest is getting low. Rogue is still low. Rogue no cloak. This is the situation where it just gets super juicy. Priest goes into a Hajj, human trinkets. It gets a flurry proc into that Ice Lance, into the Ice Nova. Get full kidneyed. Actually get bopped up right there. Nice bop on the kidney. I had no blink available for that. So Priest is at like, what, 25% mana here, and the game's just getting better and better and better as things go on. I kick the Priest right there. As soon as I can get a Blizzard and maybe another Orb down, I have Mirror Images available here in about 30 seconds. So as soon as, Mirror Images come back up, my next Orb comes back up, I'm kind of stacking them with Blizzard. Priest is getting more This is just becoming a nightmare for them. So here we have our Orb, and I just sit in my Orb. So if the Rogue wants to hit me, the Rogue's getting cleaved down by the Orb, right? So that's kind of what I do here. I get full blinded here. Maybe could have blocked this blind looking back at it. Yeah, I maybe could have blocked that blind because I had 2 blocks still, and I don't see much threat of myself dying. If anything, it might be my Pally dying. So I could have maybe blocked that blind. Have Mirror Images up now. off of cooldown, so I can use them right here. Use the mirror images, and look at this, guys. They're both under 30% life. We're both chilling. We're doing completely fine, and this priest just gets hodged and goes down. And that game would have just been worse and worse for them. So the main goal of this game, guys, is to stack them. Keep the Blizzard on both of them, or both of them. Ice Nova both of them. Really get that cleave damage. And then when stuff like your mirror images and your icy veins comes off cooldown, it's just terrible for them. So let's hop into one more game real quick. Okay, guys, so here's a game. I'm playing the exact same spec. Well, I lied. Not the exact same spec. I'm playing Shimmer this time, not Glacial Insulation, so because there's no really stuns to blink here. But I'm playing Shimmer instead of normal blink, but I'm playing the exact same spec. Otherwise, this mirror image spec, and this was just a really, really funny game. So we open the pally here. I throw out my orb. I hold my icy veins, and I hold my mirror images because we get the pally wall. We're just kind of getting things low, kind of feeling things out. I don't like to use everything in the opener because then the pally just walls in. It's just kind of you know what I mean? Like I'd rather wait. I mean, my orb already has only 20 seconds left on cooldown. I'd rather just wait till my second orb, have him use wings like this, have him use wall, have him not be at exactly 100% live, maybe get him a little low first, and then icy veins orb mirror image, and then it gets really, really scary for him. But so we get wall here from the shaman. We get lust. I pop my mirror images. Pally's getting a little bit lower. Here's my icy veins, my orb, my mirrors, and I literally said right here in the clip, I say Pally has to bubble. Like he has to. You have to bubble in this situation with just this many cooldowns. But like the shaman's also being kind of slowed. Pally's getting so low. Shaman can't even move. The Pally has to bubble. This is like we're both at 100% HP. These guys are just like screw this Frost Mage, man, and they both actually just leave the game. And I just cracked up when they left. I don't blame them. Look at that damage breakdown. This would have been an absolute slaughter, guys. But I've been having a great time with this spec. So whether the team leaves after a minute because they're so frustrated with all of your slows, or you take into dampening and kind of kill both, guys, try out this spec. Very, very fun stuff, especially in a 2 situation, especially in a dual situation against melee classes. Not great, guys, and 3's not great in RBGs. So it's just, the specific use case for this. You want to use it at the right times. But anyways, hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Hope you learn something, try it out for yourselves. Write down below in the comments what you guys thought of it, and thumbs the video up if you liked it, and thumbs it down if you didn't. And don't forget to subscribe, guys. And Xaryu shirts, still available. Link down below. Buy yourself one. They're available for the next 18 days, I think. So yeah, limited time. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.